Lesson 31, Legato and Staccato from Learn Violin Fast, Book 2. Legato in Italian means smooth. To play smoothly, make the changes in bow direction as effortless as possible. For smooth bow direction changes, try to keep the bow resistance and speed the same while changing the bow direction. Staccato in Italian means separated. In order to separate sound, our bows must either fully stop or the sound formula must decrease enough for there to be a large enough sound change to be produced or to have direct effect of creating a separated sound. So the dots below or above the notes mean staccato, and very often people think that it means short. Now that's not actually accurate. So the staccato means separated, and you do have to make the note a little bit shorter, but it does not mean short. If anything, to stop the bow or stop the sound to separate, but it does not mean short. So if a note is long with a dot to be separated, we still have to play a long note, but now it must be separated. So don't confuse staccato or dots below or above the notes meaning as short. They will be a little bit shorter, they will be separated, but they're not short. To play with a separated sound, the bow must stop and the note must be made shorter to create space, silence, or decrease in sound. However, staccato does not mean short. Very often you will have to separate medium length notes, such as a quarter note, but you will still have to at least play half of the bow. The notes must be made shorter to accommodate silence or decrease in sound for the separation, but the notes cannot be drastically altered and be made into shorter notes, such as 16th notes in place of quarter notes. So we have to keep the integrity of the rhythm, whether or not we play connected or disconnected. To separate notes, the bow must either come to a full stop, or there must be enough decrease in sound, pressure, bow, and speed and distance. Think of the sound formula for the sound to be less and thereby perceived as separated. Okay? Gently stop the bow on each note. You know to separate each note because there are dots below or above the notes. So again, staccato means separated. We have to stop the bow to separate, but we can do so gently. And the way staccato is notated is with a dot below. So on page 38, example A, it's quite confusing because you have dotted quarter notes. So you have a dot on a side that makes it longer by a half of its value. And then you have a dot below the next eighth note. So lots of dots. Also, you have slurs and you have down and up bow symbols. So there's a lot of information here to process. You have to create accurate rhythm. You have to create accurate slurs, and you have to create accurate separations. So dotted rhythm, slurs, and staccato. You have three things to really look out for, and that's going to make it difficult. So here is part A, or line A, of page 38. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very often when you have a long note and a short note with a separation and a down, down, up, up, very often that is called hooked bowing. In other words, like you kind of hook a second note. This is the next two lines, or B. Not all dots are the same. Dots on the side of a note make it longer, and dots above and below make it separated. I hope you noticed that all of the slurs and the separation staccato, when I played, I didn't just yank the bow and make it rough. I started and I stopped and separated very smoothly. So separation does not mean rough. I didn't play I played very smoothly. So make sure you keep in mind that separated means the bow must stop, but how you stop the bow, you have lots of control. Again, I hope you're able to do all these skills, and I'll see you in the next lesson for a review of the D string with a lot of these new skills. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.